that don't mean it's something that you're destined to repeat. Oh, it's stronger than you think. You know it has to end, but you don't know where to start. You can pack your bags and I'll meet you where you are. Oh, I'll be waiting in the car in the dead of night on that broken road. I won't let you walk alone. Oh, my brother, you don't have to follow in your bloodline. Oh, we got each other, and if you got tomorrow, then you still got time to break these chains that left you scarred from where you came. Is it who you are? Oh, my brother, you don't have to follow in your bloodline. God's not done with you yet. When it feels like you're losing the war, oh, my brother, you don't have to follow in your bloodline. Oh, we got each other, and if you got tomorrow, then you still got time. You still got to break these chains that left you scarred from where you came. Is it who you are? You don't have to follow in your bloodline.
Now from downtown Minneapolis, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us inside beautiful U.S. Bank Stadium, the home of the Vikings. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Minnesota Vikings. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen. Will Reichert will get this one started. Off we go from U.S. Bank Stadium. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Look at him go! Meanwhile, the return doesn't go flat, and this is only going to get back to the 11-yard line.
All right, so if you're going to be a kick returner in the National Football League, you need these two things: balance, vision, and yes, speed doesn't hurt too much either. And all three of those were evident there. I mean, what a return that was to set his guys up, starting this drive inside the red zone.
Oh, Eric. Tony.
On play action, Stroud pushed out to his left, and he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Now the first carry for the younger Cook brother. This is James Cook. Oh, making guys miss, and he's in. James Cook, touchdown Seattle. That touchdown, lucky number 13 on the season. And they get the first points of the game. What a way to start it, Greg. You get the ball, it's what you want to do. Settle into this game on top 6-0.
Mike, how often do we have coaches tell us the importance of playing with the lead? Well, they come take the ball right away on the first drive, all the way down there and strike first. And now the rest of the way, let's see how it plays out.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. From the end zone, here comes Felton. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. Here's our first carry for their running back. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
First throw of the game is going to be intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
30-yard line.
That's quickly out to Smith. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
14 yards.
Give him 14 on that one. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Here we go. 18. Let's go.
Throwing is Stroud. They'll set up the screen to Cook. And he's into the end zone. What a start. James Cook. Touchdown Seahawks. Second touchdown for him in the game. Number 14 on the year. Point after, coming up here. He knocks it through. And the Seahawks move out on top. 14-0.
Vikings nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the end zone, here comes Felton. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
At their own 21-yard line.
Throwing here on first and 10 is McCarthy. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make it fight. And it's second down.
Makes it second.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
It is third and long. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. 17 yards on that connection. First down, Minnesota.
36-yard line.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
McCarthy to the air on second down. Into the familiar hands of Justin Jefferson. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. That one good for 29.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the fourth quarter.
Once to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
Here we go.
He'll get this out wide. And he will score! Touchdown, Vikings.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back. Even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
He kicks this one away.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10.
Already. New speed. Tony. 19 Texas.
On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. Inside the 30. And he's got another one. James Cook. Touchdown, Seahawks. His big game continues. 3 touchdowns in this one, and now 15 for the year.
The kicker on.
Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the end zone, here comes Felton. Now an opening past the 30. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
Let's go.
They'll begin here on the ground. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Set, go.
And he'll get past the mark. He's got a first down on that gain of 5.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Brian Cook.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
19 Texas. 18. What's that? Hey, Uno Mars.
They'll start on the ground with Cook. They converge on him quickly. They'll only get a couple. Jordan Davis, the man in the middle, brings it to an end.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 7.
18. What's up? Under. Alert the hot, alert the hot. Hey, uno. Hey, south. Why, Tony?
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. On a man left side, it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Point after try forthcoming. He gets it to go, and the Seahawks are able to extend their first quarter lead.
Vikings 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the end zone, here comes Felton. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 17.
And they're on 17-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Now for the third time in the first quarter, he's been intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
At the 17-yard
They'll go play action with Stroud. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
So you find yourself down here in the red zone. This is where it's critical for the quarterback, Mike, to understand he's only got 2 options. Put the ball in a spot where your guy can catch it, or in a spot where nobody can catch it. Unfortunately for them, this time ends up being the latter.
Here we go. Good night.
Here comes the jet sweep. And that one shut down almost immediately. Good pressure from the backside. Left him nowhere to go. And no gain.
A loss of a yard on
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
Throwing on the run, it's behind his man, and it's incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. I think at this point in the game, Mike, you have things under control. Not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And that kick goes out of bounds right away, and that is a big mistake, because that ball's going to be marked beyond the 40-yard line.
Quit cheating out there!
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout. That's going to bring it up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
And the Vikings
They get 20 on the connection. It'll be a Vikings first down.
Watch the ship.
Now McCarthy. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Seahawks scoop it up. Still on the move. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop him with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they force the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
We are through one. It's the Seahawks with the early lead. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the end zone, here comes Felton. And he can only get back to the 16-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
On first down, here's McCarthy. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and
oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring it down.
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up fourth down. It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
39-yard line.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Oh, okay. 118. That's right.
A run with Cook. Room to run past midfield. And he's going to be taken down. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. On the run to the right. Oh, a dangerous throw there is intercepted. And the Vikings are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
Take over first and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
21 yards.
That catch number 40 on the season for him.
So every team practices this on both sides of the ball. They call it sudden change. So in this case, the offense takes the field quickly following the defensive takeaway, and now you want to get off to a fast start, generate a quick play, and spark your possession. And It's exactly what they're able to do here, picking up that first down.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. It's a first down completion of 7 yards.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, not only getting outside the pocket, buying more time for his receivers, but then finding a man open who's able to pick up enough to move the chains.
19, look, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, go!
Throwing again is McCarthy. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. He's taken down just shy of the 10. A gain there of 11. First down, Minnesota.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Let's go now. Ready?
McCarthy gonna look to throw again. Quick throw, taken in.
McCarthy
He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 on the Seahawks 6-yard line.
On second down, they'll run. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Shut up! Bronco 80!
To the air on third down is McCarthy. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on fourth down.
Here we go, here we go! Hup.
Now they'll pitch it out here. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on down.
And a great job here by the defense, being strong up inside, forcing the ball carrier to have to bounce this out towards the sideline, and he can't get the corner, and they come up with a huge fourth down stop.
On first and 10, it's Cook. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
That's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll have more from Minneapolis after this. Second and 7.
All right. 18. That's it.
They send the tight end in motion.
Look at hot. Look at hot.
Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. What teamwork, the receiver coming back for the completion. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows.
Into space. And he will go all the way. Arian Smith, touchdown Seahawks. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
The kick is good. That's the score. Seahawks 45.
is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchdown.
35-yard line.
Dragon 60.
McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it falls to the ground. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short in the 1st down after a gain of 7.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
3rd and 2, and here's McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, here's McCarthy. Now he'll work his way out right. He's going to let this one go deep. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
All right, Mike, so in a situation like this, I would love to see the quarterback think 1st down. I don't need a touchdown. I need a fresh set of downs. I need to keep the chains moving and give me more opportunities to hopefully end this drive with a touchdown.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll send a man in motion left. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
Nope, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10.
118. Hey, uno Mars. Under. Why, Tony?
From the gun, here's Stroud. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
The Seahawks going to bring their kicker out and try a field goal. They'll put this one down at midfield. Here comes a 60-yard attempt. And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And they are not able to add on to their big lead.
You have to give them credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Minnesota. What a luxury to have in an offense a tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
But I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
Kickoff for the Vikings.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way.
That's a big risk in this situation here, Mike. They're hoping to catch him by surprise, but now when you fail, the other team is able to not only have a short field, they got a chance to extend their lead.
Man in motion is Smith.
What's that?
Now a throw here. It's backwards. He might be looking to throw this, but he's not going to be able to get rid of this. He's going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts, and it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half.
Here we go. Down. That's right.
On second down, Stroud. He's got his tight end, Arande Gadsden, the second. And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35. They get 19 on that pass play. First down, Seattle.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Buggy. Look the hot.
To throw, it's Stroud. That's taken in left side by Smith. And he is out of bounds down at the 21. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And mark him down up beyond the 30. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up first and 10. Play action now. It's McCarthy. The pressure too much. And he goes down.
It's a 10-yard loss. Brings up second and 20 at the 21-yard line.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. Oh, this pass rush dialed in right now. They get him again.
Now the defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And it'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there.
39-yard line.
Here we go. 118. That's it.
Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. Forced to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
First down. A gain of 22 yards.
Oh, man.
First down,
Swap.
Seahawks.
Another swap.
They'll go play action with Stroud. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Dallas Turner. He works his way in, and that's now 5 sacks for him on the year. Tight end going in motion here.
18. 11.
Throwing on second down. Stroud. That's going to wind up incomplete, but a penalty flag is down on the play. Let's see what that's all about. The task now, a really tough one. Third and very long.
18. That's it. Why Tony? Buggy. Hey, uno.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll find his running back, Cook. He'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up fourth down. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away. As this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. That is taken at the 10. And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. He'll let this go deep for Jefferson. And he will take this one in. 76 yards. Touchdown, Minnesota. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here we go. 18. What's that?
They'll run with Cook, and he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
Wow, what's that? 118. What's that? What's that?
They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And they'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line.
At the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and 7.
How? What's that? What?
Throwing is Stroud. Going for it all. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. The Seahawks sending out their punt team as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. Going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football.
It's not enough. You sell it, but it's not enough. You better reach them, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on it. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I mean, hey, somebody gotta do it. I take the G. Hey, watch him do it.
They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. He'll get rid of it, and complete it. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line.
First down.
It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a 1st down. He'll get this out wide. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Cowboy 80.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. Rolling right. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Nick Emanwari.
This is really becoming a key element to playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike, the ability to play off script and use your legs to extend the play. I think in this case, he either needs to tuck that ball down and become a runner, or he just simply needs to throw that ball away.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
I have to imagine at some point here, Mike, the defensive coordinator looks to change things up. This running back has had his way with them all day long. Get a few more guys in the box. And then you know what that does. It opens you up down the field.
He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Vikings have got it.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue to the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hits to the ball carrier as possible because If the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it. And the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away. You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. Sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
On second down, here's McCarthy. Throw here down the field. With ball incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
A 19-yard pickup there. It'll be a Vikings first down.
At the 50-yard line.
Let's go. Check go.
Setting up to throw is McCarthy. He's going to be taken down here. The defense comes up with a sack on the final play of this third quarter.
I can't believe what I watched. Hey, you're not good enough. What is that?
Can't believe I paid for this. Ready? Hot, hot.
Throwing on second down is McCarthy. That's into traffic, but taken in. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
First and 10.
Here's first and 10.
Get wide. Trap 60. Trap 60.
Throwing now, it's McCarthy. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Vikings. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. I give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Riker good with the extra point. And the Vikings are able to edge a bit closer. He kicks this one away. Here comes Ford on the return. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Cook. He's running left. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. On play action. Stroud moving left. Now he'll air one out. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
They'll set up the screen for Cook. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. We'll bring up 4th down. Special teams on the field, ready for this punt. And this ball be down on the other side of midfield.
At their own 47-yard line.
Set. Go.
McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out 1st, 2nd, 3rd down. All 3 incompletions, and now brings up 4th down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
19 tight. 19. You're done. Bravo 80. Warrior 70.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
A carry for Cook. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
When they called that sweep, like, obviously they're thinking, let's pick up the 1st down. They didn't quite get to the chains, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that game.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 4.
Out. Why Tony?
Once again, it's Cook. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
On 3rd down, they go with Cook. And he's into the end zone yet again. James Cook, touchdown Seattle. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
The extra point is good. And the Seahawks will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Let's go. Track 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger. Mustang 19. Ready?
On 1st down, here's McCarthy. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
At the 42-yard line.
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. A gain there of 24 yards. 1st down, Minnesota.
Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
18.
McCarthy. Quick throw, taken in. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Seahawks' 28-yard line.
To throw once more, here's McCarthy. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a first down.
10 at the 21-yard line.
McCarthy going to look to throw again. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Minnesota. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But like the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket as those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
Here we go. They'll run straight ahead with Kicks. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
Loss of the yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Vikings' 44-yard line.
A second down throw for Stroud. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and most of the time is a very pass-happy situation, makes them very one-dimensional.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. And no double pass. He's going to run. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down. James Cook, the intended target. And it's going to lead to 4th down. The Seahawks going to bring their kicker out and try a field goal. The spot is at their own 49, making this a 61-yard attempt. That one's on target, and it is good from the other side of midfield. One of the longest field goals in NFL history. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. We'll see a return here from his own end zone. And he can only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Ready up!
Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 42 yards.
Go.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle.
offense is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Throwing again is McCarthy. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
So now McCarthy's going to bring up the Vikings, and they will go for two.
The Vikings will
to the air once more is McCarthy. He gets free. Accelerating toward midfield. Inside the 20. And he's going to make it all the way to the end zone. How about a kick two? 2 points going the other way. So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. We'll try to get even closer with an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
On the carry, it's Cook. And he's going to have the first down. And that will not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here.
First down. A gain of 15. And the Seahawks first down.
Here's Cook. Finding room to the 20. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchdown.
10 at their own 35-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
It's a loss of 8. Brings up 2nd and 18 at the 27-yard line.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Darius Rush. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown.
Yeah, that's just a mistake by this quarterback, Mike. That's just really inexcusable. You can't continue to push your luck. And at a level like this, against defenders this good, you continue to put the ball in harm's way, eventually, they're going to make you pay.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Here's McCarthy. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. So now a timeout for the Vikings. seconds remaining.
Let's go.
A handoff as they try to run it here. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
This is one of those plays where you got to give them some love after. Let them know it was an outstanding run and all of that. Because even though it was a good effort, it's hard not to feel disappointed, Mike, that they somehow weren't able to move the chains.
Ready? Cougar 19. Go.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. There's Jefferson. And he'll be brought down there. And that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So it's a win here for the visiting Seahawks. They got out of the gates hot, ran out to the big first quarter lead, did not look back as they cruise in this one. And that'll do it for my partner Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.